This is a 1958 Ford retractable two-door hardtop convertible. Done in a nice red driver quality finish. The paint is new on it, and like I said, it was a red car when it came into our shop. We just put a cheap driver quality paint job on it, and it really has a nice shine, has a great look overall. We painted up the engine compartment and stuff as well. The bottom of the hood was all painted nicely when the paint job was done. The bottom of the hood looks beautiful on it. As far as the engine paint, stuff like that goes, the engine's older. I don't know a lot about the engine. Seems to run well. Put new plug wires, cap, distributor. We did a lot of tune-up, a ton of brake work to the car. I think we went through all four corners of the brakes. So it's had a lot of maintenance stuff done here at Coyote Classics. Hood shuts nice as we look out over the hood. The bodywork on the hood is excellent. I don't see any dings or scratches, anything like that on the hood. Really looks nice. We are missing this eyebrow ring right here. I didn't get it when I didn't come with the car, and it still needs to be replaced. Now the front bumper is tweaked as well. You know, it's got some dings and some scars and stuff like that in that front bumper. It's polished. I mean, it shines well, but it is sprung a little bit, and this corner over here needs to be straightened, or probably just have a, get a re-chrome bumper on it. But for a driver quality, and that's what this car is, guys, it's just an awesome looking car, nice driver quality restoration on it. It looks fine for that. Now it's riding on bias ply tires, so they're period correct, kind of white wall tires. Guy wants to drive, excellent. You'd probably want to put some radials back on it, but the whole car is period correct. Top of the fender is beautiful. No dings, nothing like that. Even though this was just a cheaper paint job, still has a beautiful shine, and like I said, the body looks good on it. I don't see any chips, scratches, nothing like that in the lower fender. No bubbles down there. Rocker panel, lower quarter, that's all good as well. Over the wheel well looks good. Behind the rear wheel, as far as the tires, they are Goodyear tires. Period correct hubcaps. Fairlane 500. Now as far as our side trim and stuff goes, side trim, Fairlane 500 emblems in great shape. Side trim has a couple little dings here and there, but really polished up very nicely. It's got some little tiny dings, stuff like that, but all in all, like I said, this whole car for a driver quality car looks good. The top, we have a couple little dings, tiny little ding there. Maybe a couple little dings in the top that they missed when they painted it, but just tiny little dings. Paint has a great, top has a great shine on the paint. We also have another ding here in this chrome around the back glass. Back glass looks good. Skyliner chrome and stuff's in great shape. Our door handle does have some minor scratching and a few pits, but not bad. As we open up the doors, the door jamb paint and stuff, we cleaned up the door jambs, but the door jamb paint doesn't look quite as nice as the outside of the paint, outside body paint anyway. But our corner of the door is really solid. Door rubbers are hard, so they would probably need to be replaced. But for where this car came, when it came in, it needed a ton of detail work, just a ton of stuff. And like I said, we've done a lot of stuff to make it up to a drivable, retractable that really looks decent. As far as our door panels go, the door panel's in really nice shape. The armrest is in nice shape. We have some pits and stuff over the door crank and the window crank. As far as the seat cover goes, I'm guessing the interior restoration was done many years ago, but I think this car sat a long time. So the seat's still in great shape in the front. Carpet was replaced. We installed the new scuff plates in it, so they're new. And the carpet was new, and they did a great job even on the seat back here. All that carpet's new. Back seats new. It fits really good back in there. Front door panels, back door panels, all the interior red paint and stuff was all done before we got it. This interior was all nice, so we just had to do a lot of cleaning on the interior and dash and stuff like that, but really, in all honesty, it was in great shape when we got the interior. The headliner's in really good shape. All the paint around the visors and stuff like that's nice. It does have the padded dash, guys, and the padded dash is in beautiful shape. I don't see any cracks in that at all. It's got the little Interceptor Special 8 sign there in the dash. Original AM radio. Door shuts good. As far as our gap goes, pretty nice. It's not a big gap at all. It's a little tight at the very bottom. It's not chipping there, but a little tighter at the bottom than it is at the top. But not a bad gap. If we look up and down the sides, I mean, this is not a perfect rust-free original car. I'll have a couple other retractables that are a little nicer, but they're a lot more money too. So if you're looking to get into a cool car, and also another thing is, guys, the power top works perfect on this car. So very easy to operate. But if you're looking to get into a lower price retractable convertible, I mean, this is a cool car. It's got dual exhaust. As far as our back bumper goes, we do have some scratches and stuff like that in the back bumper. As far as our tail lights, stuff like that goes, the chrome around the tail light area here is kind of checked up and pitted a little bit. Fairlane emblem's good. The paint on the back is really good. Top of the trunk lid, the bodywork is awesome on that as well. It's very smooth and nice. Paint looks great on there. I don't see any major dings or any imperfections there at all. As we look up and down the driver's side, really just about as straight as the passenger side. I mean, a couple little issues, but the paint's all nice and shiny and looks good. The trim right here is beat up pretty bad on the back end, right here. Fairlane 500 emblem again is good. Lower quarters good. Over the wheel well looks good. We do have fender skirts for the car as well, so then they're painted, so they'll come with it. Our door gap on the driver's side really is nice and even from top to bottom. Rocker panel has a couple chips in it. One here, one there, and this fender paint was just a little bit tight, and when we first got it, so it does have a couple chips right along that fender there. Other than that, the rest of the fender paint looks good. The mirror looks good. Windshield has a couple little wiper marks in it, but all in all, it really looks good as well. Side glass is great. It's just separated just a little bit here in the side glass from age, but it really looks clear and isn't all scratched up. So again, like I said, when we got it, the interior door pieces like this were all done. So this is in great shape here. Corner of the door is good. Door panel is excellent. Armrest is great. We got some scratches and stuff along here, along the painted piece there. That could be repainted. Door sill's nice. Carpet's nice. Driver's side seat is all nice too. Like I said, I don't see any rips or tears or anything like that on it. This window needs a new window felt on it. The felts are just, you can tell right there, the felts are just crappy on it. They need to be replaced, so that window rattles just a little bit in there. As far as our horn goes, guys, the horn does not work. I thought it did, but it's not working now. The wipers are vacuum wipers, and they're not working as well. Heater fan works great. We're going to go ahead and leave that on high. Gas gauge works, speedometer works. Temperature gauge in the car, guys, I don't think that's working. It's not coming up anyway, so the temp gauge is not working. As far as our power top goes, power top switch is right here and it works perfectly, goes up and down nicely. Guys, really unbelievable. 1958 Ford AM radio still works. Got a little bit of static, but I got it right.
The last time I said to him, and I know a lot of people say this, but I said...
So, I'll go ahead and turn that off, but it's crazy that it still works. The heater works great, guys. We got great heat coming in here. Wipers, original switch and stuff like that, they're vacuum operated. I'm not sure exactly why they're not working, but I don't know if it's a vacuum line or what, but they are not working. As far as amp gauge, stuff like that, that does work. Should have gave it a little gas when I took off. The side streets are still a little bit icy. The roads are cleared off, so we should be able to get on the road here. Should be able to go. Yeah, slipping on the ice a little bit. Sorry about that. I need to turn the idle up a little bit. I was slipping on the ice, and we'll see how it drives. So our speedometer seems to work good. Gas gauge works. As I mentioned before in our video, like I said, the it's got bias ply tires on it. It really should have radials put on the car. They ride a lot better with the radials. As far as our brakes go, it's had brake work on all four corners, so the brakes stop nice and straight. This car does have power steering as well, guys. So as far as our power steering goes, power steering works great, but it does have quite a few leaks in that power steering, whether it's in the RAM or just a lot of the things, seals and stuff are just getting old in it. So it will need some work on the power steering, but as far as now, the power steering works great on it. Another thing I was going to point out is a lot of the seals and stuff like that, and I did point out the weather stripping, a lot of that stuff really needs to be replaced. A lot of it's original. We're going 55 miles an hour down the road right now, and honestly it's really not a bad car going down the road. Seems to go straight down the road. Steering feels pretty tight. Yeah, let go of the steering wheel. It really doesn't wander too bad. We're selling this as a running, driving, good-looking project car. I guess that's the big thing. We're not fully restoring it, but we did take it to a level where a guy can drive it and hopefully enjoy it and work on it as you go.